ClintonRadio.com, OakHarborRadio.com, and Put-in-Bay-Radio.com. I'm Joan Bryden, your host of Talk at 10, and in our second hour of Talk at 10 on Monday, with me, and it's Valentine's Day, with me are two sweethearts. And they are County Commissioner James Sass, as well as former County Commissioner Carl Koebel. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. And I'm really excited to be here because we are in the Ottawa County Courthouse, and this is such a magnificent building. And I would like the two of you to tell me all about how did we get it here, how did we become a county seat, and then we're going to talk about everything that we see here.
Well, I think that's the interesting part of Ottawa County. We became a county in 1840, and we couldn't determine where the county seat was going to be until 1901. There was a 60-year war in Ottawa County between the county commissioners and the village of Hartford, which is now known as Oak Harbor. There were three proposed sites for the county seat. One was here in Port Clinton, one was in Hartford, one was in Catawba City, which is out in Catawba. And the commissioners selected Port Clinton. People in Hartford became upset and talked the commissioners into putting it on the ballot. So there was a vote, and the city of Port Clinton won by a very small margin. I think like 9 votes, 11 votes, something like that.
Were you here then, Carl?
It was my first year on the commission, and
He ran unopposed that year.
No one else was alive.
That's how he got in, yes. Yeah.
well, anyway, there was a court battle. The court determined that Port Clinton was the county seat. There was so much anger between the two communities that they decided to go to vote again. The vote came out again, Port Clinton. That went to court, and the courts decided Port Clinton. And finally, the county commissioners in 1901, by resolution, made Port Clinton the county seat. And in doing that, they were so worried about the general public's concern that instead of making a public announcement, they sent a proclamation to the court declaring Port Clinton as the county seat, and then they actually left the county when it became public.
For good?
Well, for the day, until the heat settled. Okay. Well, one of the reasons they did, and I thought was really interesting, one of the reasons that they wanted Port Clinton was because of milking cows. Is you stop and think back in 1840, 1901, people still rode horses into the courthouse. So they wanted it that somebody in the furthest point of the county could get up in the morning, milk their cow, get on their horse, ride into the county seat, do their business, ride back home in time that night to remilk the cow.
Wow.
And I thought that was just a neat sideline that people wouldn't think about. But then the courthouse went to bid in 1899, I believe it was, 1898. And the commissioners selected a courthouse from Stark County, Indiana. This courthouse was designed from the plans from the courthouse in Stark County, Indiana. Actually, if you found the old plans, you'd see where they just crossed out Stark County, Indiana, and wrote in Ottawa County, Ohio.
Oh.
And it's interesting because several years ago, I'm going to say 4 years ago maybe, the director of the Travel Bureau for Stark County came here, Historical Society, and he took a tour through here, and I'm serious, tears were rolling down his cheeks because we saved so many things that they destroyed over the years. You know, and that's why I'm so proud of this building.
And why were they destroyed over the years?
Just because of space requirements.
They weren't valued. People didn't, for whatever reason, they weren't valued at the time. It was more for space requirements. And I think another interesting thing is there was the original courthouse was actually on this site. And after the county was formed, the courthouse was here, then that was knocked down. That building was demolished while this building was being built. So actually the original courthouse was on this same site, and then it was knocked down, and then this building was put up.
But probably not as grand as this, right? Is it?
Oh,
No, it was much more basic. Right. It was much more basic. But for a period of time, then they were in a house in town, and the house I believe is still intact. That's where the county business was conducted while this present structure was being built. So it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of history to Ottawa County.
Well,
I think the other interesting thing, when this building was constructed, some of the things, the murals that we're going to see, these walls were not part of the original construction. They came in, the building was completed in 1901. These came in after the building was up, and this was, the marble walls were put as a levy of 1/4 of a mil on the people, and they voted to do that, to make these marble walls that have the names of all of the people that served in the Civil War in Ottawa County at that time.
That's all the marble walls, or the one in particular?
Okay. All the marble walls that are engraved, not
Oh,
the
okay.
Tennessee marble was part of the original construction.
Now, is this Tennessee marble
No,
that's behind you?
this is regular, this is a marble, I don't know what
Okay.
marble is, the pink, when you see it in the
Okay.
hallways, the pink marble is the Tennessee marble.
Now, we should let our listeners and in this case, our viewers, because we want everybody to know that you can also see what this show today by going to our site and click on the little banner that's across, and go to YouTube to see all this and to see this beautiful building. But I wanted to ask you that we're right now, we are in the Commissioner's chamber.
Correct.
And this wall that's back here behind, can you talk to us about this? Like, what is this? It says Missionary Ridge, November 27, 1863.
Well, Missionary Ridge was one of the locations that the Ohio troops fought in the Civil War. They fought at Mission Ridge, and that's why this Mission Ridge is on here. Mission Ridge is in Tennessee, if I
Right, it's in
remember.
Tennessee. Yeah, it was a turning point type battle in the Civil War.
Okay.
And if you look at all of the companies, they'll say the company, the 14th Ohio Company A, and if the sergeants, or from corporal to general, it will be the first name, last name. All of the PFCs and privates are last name, first name,
Aha.
which I always found interesting.
Yeah.
But what I think really is neat about these walls is you see so many names on them of family names that are so historic in Ottawa County. And I think this is a great tribute to the people, and I wish more people would come in and see it, because it is so impressive. Now, you have to remember, at one time, where we are right now was one long building, or one long room, was the commission chambers. And this marble wall ran behind, what's behind us now, all the way down to the end of the building, room. Well, when we needed the space, and we redesigned in, I want to say 2005, we redesigned the layout in the building quite a bit. And we took the walls that were in here that people couldn't see because they were behind desks, they were behind file cabinets, and moved them out into the hallway and the main lobby. And I'm so impressed to see the number of people that stop in and see it. And then the two panels out there, the panels on either end, are from the Spanish-American War.
Well, we're gonna go out right now and go look at that.
Good, sounds
Okay?
great.